An asteroid is approaching Earth on April 29, 2020. NASA about a possible the end of the days. Scientists officially reported that in the last days of April an asteroid, which is classified as potentially dangerous, is approaching our planet. Is it worth it to worry about this? NASA commented on this situation. A celestial body called 1998 OR2 is classified as potentially dangerous.
At this point, most announcements of the release of the trailer for the upcoming comet disaster movie Greenland inserted a YouTube video of it and clickers watched it for a day. Latecomers got this message instead: video unavailable. This video has been removed by the uploader. What happened? They got it all wrong. There's a ton of fragments. Planet killers. That 10-second elevator pitch describes the plot of Greenland, which stars Gerard Butler and is directed by Rick Roman War. A planet-killing comet is breaking up and threatening Earth. The media reports are inconsistent, panic ensues, humanity shows its best and worst sides as government breaks down and laws are ignored and people search for a safe place. Does any of this sound eerily familiar? The trailer has some eerie similarities to what's been happening in our real world.
President's top guardian angel has fallen.
You must really like fishing, Mr. President. It's cold out here.
Sorry. I ain't anything to get out of D.C. for a while. Mike, I'm selecting you for Secret Service Director. Congratulations.
I'll give him my best shot, sir.
Banny's on his way.
What is that? Are they bats?
The drones! The drones! Don't move! Don't move! I'm coming to you! They're coming at you, Mark! Get them in the water! Get them! Go!
There's been an assassination attempt on the president.
How did you find me?
I want security for the president. How do you think, Dad? I need your help.
Was watching TV, a couple commercials came on that stopped me in my tracks. Okay, so this just goes to show that they don't even try to hide anything anymore. Okay, first they played this commercial, and then a couple minutes later they played another commercial from the same company. Okay, so I'll go ahead and play this first one for you.
Holy my goodness, that is a spectacular lawn.
So thick and green. When you see a great lawn, it's all you see.
I'd be so proud if this were our lawn.
Me too. Me too. Call the experts at True Green for a custom, science-based plan to make your lawn thick, green, healthy, and weed-free.
Okay, again, they're not even trying to hide it. So remember a couple weeks ago, the Lord gave me that vision of an asteroid coming down into the ocean. This is exactly what I saw.
Holy my goodness.
I'll play this one more time, and then I'll show you the other one.
Holy my goodness, that is a spectacular spectacular lawn.
So thick and green. When you see a great lawn, it's all you see.
I'd be so proud if this were our lawn.
Me too. Me too.
I wouldn't. They're so blind they can't even see what's right in front of them. The judgment, all they see is, the green grass. The grass is always greener on the other side, I guess. Okay, so let me show you this other one, and I'm not sure which one's worse.
Come on, we're dealing with Gina here, so...
Greg, are you seeing this?
I am.
I have never seen such a gorgeous lawn.
So green and lush. When you see a great lawn, it's all you see. Their lawn's on a whole nother level. Call the experts at True Green for a custom science-based plan to make your lawn thick, green, healthy, and weed-free.
Yeah, so, okay, I'll play this one more time for you guys.
Come on, we're dealing with Gina here, so...
Greg, are you seeing this?
I am.
I have never seen such a gorgeous lawn.
So green and lush. When you see a great lawn, it's all you see. Their lawn's on a whole nother level.
If anybody ever sees this, don't believe your eyes and don't be deceived.
Good afternoon, everybody. This is Steve Fletcher with a Trumpet for My People. I want to share with you about a meteorite that fell last night in Ecuador. But before I do that, I want to remind everybody that we have had a serious increase of meteorites and incoming debris that is already hitting the Earth. About 2 weeks ago, we had an asteroid or a meteor that hit Nigeria, made a huge crater. Then we had, just a few days ago in Peru, an amazing fireball that fell into 3 or 4 different parts as it was crashing down to the Earth, broke up in the atmosphere, but was an amazing sight in Peru. And then this was just documented 2 days ago, meteor explosion over Iowa. Okay, now I want to share with you a video footage of something that took place last night in Ecuador. Basically, when it fell, it actually fell to the earth and was caused some type of a fire or some type of an explosion. See it all lit up there. Later on, they arrived at the scene, and there was actually meteorite rock there that they could investigate. They actually, I don't think people should touch stuff with their bare hands. It's not smart. But they were manipulating this piece of meteorite. Definitely does not look like a normal rock from Earth.
And this is the guy I talked about yesterday on last night's show, who's talking about the doomsday asteroids and the incoming debris field. His name is Shepard Abellis. There he is right there, Shepard Abellis. I was talking about him during the show and how that Elon Musk listened to Coast on AM, Coast to Coast with George Norrie. I've been a guest twice on AM Coast to Coast. It was really a great honor to talk about Bible prophecy. Well, this guy was on last week. His name is Shepard Abellis. And George Norrie was the host of the show that night. But Elon Musk listened to the broadcast live that night and then began to tweet what Shepard Abellis was talking about a doomsday asteroid. Well, Heidi was able to get a hold of Shepard Embellis, and landed him for tomorrow's show. So put him up there again, Brock. Shepard Embellis will be our guest tomorrow to talk about the incoming asteroid debris field. Wow! All right. Well, let me just tell you a little bit about this, okay? The Doomsday Asteroid. According to SpaceX founder Elon Musk, he tweeted, Doomsday Asteroid. The IntelliHub founder, the IntelliHub founder, Shepard Embellis, warned about on Coast to Coast AM earlier last week with George Norrie. According to reports out of IntelliHub, SpaceX founder Elon Musk tweeted on Friday a reference to the Doomsday Asteroid, which IntelliHub founder and editor-in-chief Shepard Embellis warned about on a recent Coast to Coast broadcast with George Norrie. Musk tweeted out a simple cryptic message that said, but actually, along with a meme which shows an asteroid impacting the Earth so hard that it blows out the other side of the planet. Okay? And this is the same scenario that IntelliHub founder Shepard Embellis has been warning about since April 1st. Embellis appeared on Coast to Coast AM on Tuesday night with George Norrie, where the two discussed asteroid Brock 1998 OR2 that may strike the Earth or at least bring a huge debris field with it on or just after April the 29th. From the official website of Coast to Coast, this is what they quoted. In the latter half, activist, journalist, and filmmaker Shepard Embellis reported on asteroids, comets, and other objects coming toward the Earth. He proposed that COVID-19 crisis may be a ploy to get the populace prepared for a collision with one of these near-Earth objects. One asteroid, known as 1998 OR2, is due to make its closest pass later this month, April 29th. Mike, we want to also, besides the coronavirus, we got to talk about incoming asteroids and debris fields. April 29th, NASA has now told us we definitely have a 144-foot wide asteroid that's going to enter into our Earth's orbit. It's making its way around the sun. It'll come around the sun at some point, and on April 29th, it will near miss the Earth. Now, they originally told us 3 months ago that it was going to miss us by 6 million miles, so I didn't even care about it. Now they've recalculated due to the speed of this asteroid and its debris field, it is scheduled to miss the Earth by only 584,000 miles. That is huge difference. So NASA's saying, look, we got a little warning here. I'm not going to say it's going to hit us, but then again, there's debris with it. So my question to you, you've been talking about May 12th as a telling date. You've been talking about the debris and fireballs, and that we're going to start seeing more and more of this. Is there any info here on this April 29th date, or besides that?
Clusters. We've got clusters inbound. I believe last two times we were talking about and speaking about clusters inbound. Clusters of debris, right? Which means now these clusters, they appear to be one big foggy object by optics in the distance when they're far away. As they get closer, each element in that cluster is defined as a bunch of rocks, right? This object that's coming in is from a cluster. Now, let me explain this. Meaning this rock coming in is part of a cluster. Right? That cluster is only one of many clusters.
Oh.
Okay, now you're starting to see it now, because this object is just a small element within a cluster, and there are lots of clusters headed here. Right here. They're headed here. They're not headed, out somewhere else. They're headed here.
Right here, you mean?
We're going to have to deal with some clusters.
Coming here, you mean headed toward Earth?
Here to this Earth. Yes. Here to this Earth. We have clusters inbound.
Chapter 8. And when he had opened the seventh seal, there was silence in heaven about the space of half an hour. And I saw the seven angels which stood before God, and to them were given 7 trumpets. And another angel came and stood at the altar, having a golden censer, and there was given unto him much incense, that he should offer it with the prayers of all saints upon the golden altar which was before the throne. And the smoke of the incense, which came with the prayers of the saints, ascended up before God out of the angel's hand. And the angel took the censer, and filled it with fire of the altar, and cast it into the earth. And there were voices, and thunderings, and lightnings, and an earthquake. And the 7 angels which had the 7 trumpets prepared themselves to sound. The first angel sounded, and there followed hail and fire mingled with blood, and they were cast upon the earth. And the 3rd part of trees was burnt up, and all green grass was burnt up. And the 2nd angel sounded, and as it were a great mountain burning with fire was cast into the sea.
Hey YouTube, it's me Mackenzie. I just wanted to share with you a quick video. I just want to start out with one dream that I just recently had. I'm outside of a house. All of a sudden I'm outside of a house and these people are staring at their pool in the backyard. These meteorites, small meteorites, they're not detrimental, they're not dangerous, but they're definitely showing the wrath of God in those meteorites. It was it was like burning coal coming down from heaven, and they all just said, oh, well, it's an asteroid, it's, you know, science, it can easily be explained by science, this is definitely not God. And I said, yes, it is, this is God, this is God telling you, you need to repent, you need to get right with God. And they just looked at me and just looked at the sky and were just basically like they thought that they were witnessing like a science experiment, and they were like, oh, how interesting. And I'm just like, this is not a science, this is not explained away by Mother Nature, this is Jesus, this is him saying, hey, I love you, you need to get right with God, come on, get real. And so instantly I just, well, first before this happened, I was just looking at them and I was shaking my head and I was just like, no, that's not true. And then I was suddenly halfway in the sky and I was holding a small child, and that small child, I do know who it is, and it's someone who I've grown close to, and I believe that it'll be, you know, comfortable for her. It was just kind of interesting. I was not expecting that, you know, I was not expecting to be holding a child and to be halfway in the sky. But while I was watching this scene unfold, I was looking at myself, and the face that I made was just a face of someone just going about their daily business. Like, this was not anything different for me. I was looking at myself and I had perfect peace. I was not afraid. I was going like 50 miles per hour up towards the sky, going past different asteroids, and they were all coming down, yet I was not touched by any of them, and I was not afraid. And I was not questioning what was going on. Neither was she. She had a perfect peace. She was kept in perfect peace. Meanwhile, all these asteroids are coming down to Earth, and I didn't even look back.
So what I want to do is take a second and share with you a Rapture dream God had revealed to me. And I ended up walking down the street, and I seen 2 of my brothers down the street. And I was talking to my brothers, and then I looked up in the sky, and I had seen, it looked like it was the sun, except it was dark, it was black almost, and it was coming towards the earth. At first it was pretty small, but whatever it was coming towards us. And I pointed up and I said, yo, you know, do y'all see that? And my brothers, they looked up and they didn't see it. So I started walking down the street back towards the house that I originally started at. And as I was looking up, it got closer and closer, and it was getting bigger and bigger. And I seen my mother and my father outside. And I pointed at it again. I said to him, I said, do you see it? And by the time I said that, it was pretty close at that point. It was you could tell it was coming towards us because it was big. It was bigger. And I looked again at the asteroid or the sun, whatever it was, and it was close, and it came down, and it almost hit us, but it just went, it looks like it went under us. It went far, pretty fast. It went under us, and I want to say immediately we heard a loud bang, just boom, and the earth started shaking. It was like an earthquake, and the bang was very loud. Whatever it did, it caused us, me and my mother and my father, we started to float. And we started to float in the sky. It was kind of slow at first. And we just kept saying Jesus. We just kept, calling out to Jesus.
Hi, my name is Ariel, and I'm going to tell you my dream. First, there was trumpets, then God said, let the rapture begin. And then there was a big asteroid, bombs, stars falling from the sky, and all of them just fell from the sky. And then we were like sleeping in the first part. Then we woke up, and then we went outside. Everyone was screaming and running away, and we saw the big asteroid and the big earthquake at the very end, and we were really, really scared. And there was like people just screaming, running around. I'm telling you. And there is tons of people just screaming and running away from the asteroid and all the stuff. And we saw heaven. There's like gold everywhere, gold statues, and there's hundreds of Bibles. And we went across the gold bridge, and then I sat on Jesus' lap, and I saw my mom that she just talked to you, and Sonia, my sister, and Sweetie Pets, my Sweetie the cat. And I was playing with her just a minute ago. Anyways.
What about did you see Jesus sitting on the throne?
And I saw Jesus and God sitting on the throne, and God was sitting on the biggest throne ever, and he was super duper tall. And Jesus was like an inch smaller. So I just wanted to tell you that dream.
Is that all that you can remember?
Yep.
All right. What do you think?
That's all the dream.
All right. Good job, hon.
And I saw Gigi in it.
Which is your grandma?
Which is my great-great-grandma. Great-great-grandma. And she's in the nursing home, and God said to me that she's going to live for a very long time in heaven.
He's in heaven? Or?
And on earth.
Okay.
I'm done.